Okay, let's design another type of output in FilePro. We've seen how easy labels are to generate and design a label format. Let's design another output. Let's design how about a file copy of our customer file to put in our actual file cabinets. Let's see, we'll call it file copy. Okay, and is it going to be a report, have subtotals and totals? No. Is it a mailing label? No. Let's make a full page form. Okay, this is really pretty much the same form we're going to fill in here, the same design. The only real difference here is it starts out with 66 lines per page on a form instead of, I believe the label format sort of defaulted to 8 or something. Well, we can keep it 66, but you know what, let's assume we're going to print this. You can print 60 lines on a LaserJet. A lot of LaserJets are coming out printing 60 lines as a default. And you can change it, or we'll print all 66. Why not? 66 lines is 1 per inch. Again, it's all a matter of looking at your form and where you want to print and what a LaserJet can do, what a DeskJet can do, what a dot matrix printer can do, and so forth. Forms across page, well, we're going to leave that blank. I never touch that. Pretty much only want 1 form per page when you're dividing a form 1 across. You want to change the password? No. Do we want to close up lines? In this case, no. Do we want an alignment check? No. And what printer are we going to print it to? Let's print it into a file again so that we can look at it. BG printer. Okay, I press escape, escape. How do I want to sort this form? Let's sort it by company this time. And then last name, although it's probably not necessary. I don't think I'm more than one person in the companies, but let's sort by 2. And then 1. That gives us a pretty good sort. Okay. Now we have a full page form. Again, it's just a big free paint whatever you want, put the variables wherever you want, and they all print. The difference here is, we're probably going to do things a little bit differently. We wouldn't want to print just the first name and then somewhere over here. By the way, it can be as far as we want. Push left the second, the last name, and then let's plus over. It could go up to like 15 or 16. I think the first name was 15 characters. So let's say somewhere over here, we would put the last. As long as there's enough room to fit the first name, it's going to cram the last name 1 space away from it, no matter where it is. Okay, and we would print the company here, and we would print the address, first address, and the second address, and again the city state zip thing. We'll do that this way. Zip. Okay. If we print this on a form, it's just going to print our names. It's going to print all the names and address, and that's it. In a FilePro format, since you can print the data from your file, you can also print literal text on the form wherever you want. So let's do that. Let's move this down a line. We'll press F3. In fact, I'm going to move down a couple lines. And now let's move it over. Now I could use F1 and move things over like this, and then go down and move this over. But instead I'm going to suck it back over with F2. And let's use a box function. You can draw boxes on a report also, just like you can on screens. So I'm going to press, go over here to the right. Now I've enclosed all this stuff in a box, and I'm going to say M for move. There's the box shown up with the 2 little things. Let's move this over here quite a ways. Okay, how about here? Close enough. Moved it there. Okay, now just like on screen, so I'm going to put some field indicators, what they are. I'm just going to call this one name. Okay, now I'm going to call this one company. Don't know if I'm going to get it right. Company, got it right. Okay, we'll put ADDR colon. I got that wrong, so I'm going to press F2, hit enter, and push it over 1. Okay, that's kind of a little quick thing I do when I mess up. ADDR colon. Second address. This is the city state zip. C, S, Z. Push that over. Colon. Enter. And suck it back up to where it goes. Okay, now this is going to print on our form. Not only the name and address. By the way, you can resolve forms. If you press F8 for the options, you see that one of the choices is resolve fields. So now this gives me a little indication of where all these fields are going to print to. Okay, and they're printing just fine. I mean, everything's everything fits on the page here. I'm going to hit enter to stop resolving fields. I'm actually going to hit X to stop resolving fields. Okay, now I'm going to go over here and move these. I want to do something a little bit differently, so I am going to box function these again, and I'm going to go over to the sure and close them all. I'm going to do move, and I'll move them over here a little bit more like that. That's pretty good. I think that's actually I wanted even closer. Right there. That's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to go over here to I think about as far. I'm going to resolve the fields F8R. I can see where my cursor is blinking. Well, you can at least, and I can see where the furthest field is going to be the last name. If you don't have a very long last name and a very long first name, it's still only going to print as far as this. That's it. So I'm going to go over here a little bit, and that's good. That's what I want. And now I'm going to hit X to stop resolving fields. And here I'm going to print phone, and I'm going to go press F6 to look at the fields. F6, the phone number is 9 and the fax is 10. So I'm going to put *9. Now you realize I'm using here X colon *10. I'm using the best judgment I can if I'm not resolving fields. Press R to see that they'll definitely fit to the end of the page. I can tell that. So we could put more stuff here. But, okay, this is fine so far. This is what my form is going to look like. If I'm unhappy, I can pop over here. And let's say I just want to push the phone just a little bit further over. I could just do F1, F1, F1 3 times. Okay, there and down the phone and fax are fine. Now over here, down here just below, I'm going to put a space and I'll put email. And then I'll put whatever field that is. I don't remember. I'm going to press F6. The email field is 11. Okay. And why not? I might as well print if we have any notes on file for this person. I'll push the notes underneath all the other data right here. And underneath I'll print whatever the field numbers for the notes are. They are 12, 13, and 14. So I'll put 12. 13, 14. Now I could put, well, let me resolve that first. I'll press update and press F8 and R for resolve. And I can make sure, yep, those notes are going to fit just fine. So I now have to, I'm going to press escape. That stores the form where I am. But let me put one other thing on here. I'm going to go here. I pressed home twice to get to the top of the form. I'm going to press the left arrow to jump to the right side of the page, something I do a lot. I know you've seen me doing this a lot. I'm going to go right below the phone and the fax, and I'm just going to write last called, and here I'll put whatever that field, those fields are, last called is 16 and 17, so I'll put *16. *17. Then I'll press F8, resolve the fields, make sure everything prints. You see how they're not really very well balanced, the phone and so forth. It doesn't really look that even. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and move these. I'm going to hit X. And I lost my cursor, so I'm going to bring it back over here. I'm going to move these. I can move them as a block, but I want the ends of these things to all line up, so I'm going to try it here. Let's see if that does. F8R. Do they line up? Nope, I pushed them a little too far. So I hit X. And now I'll suck them back a couple. Let's now resolve again. F8R. Now I can see that the ends of the fields of the date called and time are going to match up with the ends of the fields of the phone and fax. It's just a nice little nicety. I don't know when I put this form in my file cabinets, I want it to look like something when I pull it out to read things. Okay, I've kind of drawn things. What I want to show you is that it's just a screen painting thing. I had a little character there. I don't know what or why, but there it's gone now. And by the way, you see where it says notes. If I really want to, I'm going to F3, push this down. And let's just put some dashed lines, a dashed line across all the way where the Let's see how long the notes go. F8R. Boy, I almost got it right on the spot, didn't I? I'm one too far. Because this is really the end of field marker. There's no data there. So I have an extra dash here. I'm going to get rid of it. Now I have a dash line going right over the top of 3 lines of notes. Okay. I've saved this format. Now I'm going to just do one thing. I'm going to press Update. I'm going to press F8, go to the Options page, make sure that I'm printing on the right printer. Yes, I'm printing on VG printer. And everything else is just fine. Let me, again, I can show you while I'm in here, if I'm in update mode, if I press F8, I could check that I have the right sort that I wanted. I press S. Yeah, it's sorting by company, which is field 3, then last name and first name. That's good. Press escape. Press F8. There are some other things we can do under here. Resolve fields. There's a way to import data right into here, import some processing and stuff like that. And I'm going to show you some of the rest of these functions later. Okay, so I pressed Enter. And escape. I've stored this form. This form is called file copy. In the next lesson, we'll generate this format and view it.